So I met this man yesterday, that's true. At his request, at his invitation, your Prime Minister, Viktor Orbán, wrote me a letter telling me that he could not disagree more than with all that I said in this interview, and that he proposed me a fair one-to-one, man-to-man encounter. I thought for a few days if I had to accept or not. I thought that it was fair to accept. On one condition, for me, I wanted to see before him representatives of the civil society, of the NGOs who are so often prosecuted or humiliated by the regime of Mr. Orbán, and some parties of opposition. Not all opposition, of center and left opposition, of course. And that's what happened. I had yesterday morning, before Mr. Orbán, a great meeting with ladies and gentlemen, a representative of that. I just asked them what were their concerns. In other words, what sorts of questions or remarks or demands they would like to see delivered to the Prime Minister Orbán through me. I got these remarks and this question, and I came to the office of the Prime Minister yesterday. So your question was how it happened. It happened the way it had to. I had my demands, which are yours, the demands of the democratic civil society in Hungary. I had my own opinions about Europe, about illiberal democracy. He had his opinions. We spent 2 hours speaking, him more than me, but I must admit that he listened to, he had the courtesy to listen to what I had to say. And none of us made the other one change any position. Alas, I would have loved to make it change, to make him change on some very crucial questions for Europe and for Hungary, but it did not happen. So was it a dialogue of death? I don't know. I met him 30 years ago, in 1989. So the man I knew at this time was a completely different man. He was a liberal. He was truly anti-totalitarian. And I met yesterday a man who seems to be as eager to fall under the boot of the FSB again that he was at this time to get out of the grip of the KGB. And actually, after these 2 hours of discussion, alas, there is no misunderstanding. All that I read in some of your newspapers about the grip, the attempt of grip of Russia on this country is true. All that I read about the political, economical ties, stronger and stronger, between Hungary under Orbán and Russia under Putin, is true. He did not deny. I asked him, for example, why this anti-Semitic, disgusting, but also stupid campaign against George Soros and Jean-Claude Juncker a few weeks ago in the streets of Budapest. It is like shooting oneself a bullet in one's foot. This is what I told him on this point. he seemed to maintain his, to keep his own point. I cannot tell you more. He is your prime minister, not mine. Thanks God. His position of today is not just an opportunist choice. It does not come, it would have been a possibility. It does not come from a calculation. It is not a matter of contingency. Probably there is a personal dimension in the relationship with Putin and with Erdogan too, probably. But what I understood yesterday, this is what I meant when you took me 2 words before I went in my car, is that Viktor Orbán has truly become an illiberal. He truly believes that democracy does not imply human rights and does not imply liberalism. He truly believes that. What I understood is that, in a way, he's proponing something relatively new in the spectrum of the political paradigms. And I understood that this concept of illiberal democracy is not just a word, is not just a motto of campaign, is not just a humor, it is something very strong. He has really become a genuine illiberal, and the young, vibrant militant who believed in human rights, who was anti-fascist from top to toes, is no longer there at all. This young man is dead. That's what I understood yesterday. This young man is dead. And this is a big difference in humanity among us, and especially among people of our age. You have men inside whom the young man is not completely dead. You have on this stage 2 examples of that. Georgie and myself, I think we can say that even if we are now a little old, the young man in us is not dead. And you have Viktor Orbán, inside whom the young man is dead.